All right. Hopefully we are live. I don't know if anyone is currently in the YouTube stream, but if you are, if you could say something in the game day chat or anywhere, that would be appreciated just to make sure that we are in fact streaming.
Seems like it's live. Yep.
Yes, you
Can
don't see
confirm.
any fancy graphics yet because I'm hiding
It
things
looks
because I'm
perfect.
finally understanding what I'm doing. It only
Cool.
took like 10 tries, but I actually know how to work this shit now. Kind of. Anyway, yes.
So proud.
Welcome to the S61 award stream. Oh, okay, good.
Go to
Sorry, I'm reading the game day chat. Welcome to the S61 award stream. I will be your host. I have with me the lovely Jackie and Degradation.
No, you don't. I'm not here.
and I'm not lovely.
So that's how this awards show is going to go. But in any case, since we are only 5 minutes late, and none of you would have been allowed to have an excused absence yet if this was a college class, we're still on time. So, yes.
Is that a
With
real
that,
rule? Or was that just people said?
It's not really a real rule. Like the professor's still gonna like mark you absent if he shows up late, but that's kind of the meme. Yeah.
the professors, the cool professors, didn't mark you late. But
No. Yeah.
that being said, we are 5 minutes past the hour, so let's dive right into this. So, the reason I have it hidden is because there is no intro slide this time. So we're just going to kick right off with the DSFL S61 First Team Offense All-Pro. Aha, I have figured out how this works. I should probably stream for YouTube, shouldn't I?
Mm-hmm.
I'm
like
watching on YouTube with everybody else. I'm finding it out.
We'll figure this
At the
out.
start, we got gold
If you
ship.
could.
Let's
There we
go
go.
gold ship.
But yeah, so your S61 DSFL First Team All-Pro, you have Goldship at QB, Bruiser Allstott from London at running back, Jay Cobb from Minnesota at running back, Goon Summers, Portland at fullback. I always love seeing a fullback in All-Pro. It means there actually were some. And then your wide receivers, Dante Von Wolf and Kawasaki Eagle from Tijuana and Norfolk, respectively.
Fantastic choices.
Oh yeah. I think both of Goldship and Dante Von Wolf, just by the ability of like the team that they are on right now, just kind of doing really well this past season. Like it shows that they would both be on this list for
And
sure.
as Dante has mentioned repeatedly, he was the Triple Crown winner for DSFL receivers. So yes, I'm not surprised to see him there.
And I think Bruiser and Goon are both rookies. Am I wrong on that?
Yeah, I think so.
You're right. Yeah.
But yeah, and then the other half of the DSFL First Team All-Pro offense, Izo Zayan, despite being a tight end, was playing enough wide receiver to be an All-Pro wide receiver. And then two first-team tight ends, both of them Dallas, Orion Flynn and tight end 82 Jr. Inside offensive line from Bondi, Lil Tommy Dollars. I do like the Tommy DeVito.
Render every time, yeah.
I do love the Tommy DeVito. Or no, that's Tommy DeVito's agent, right?
His agent, yeah.
It's agent. And then at tackles, Minnesota's Turndown Service and London's Bill Sandwich.
Turndown Service is a great
I
name.
know that I had Turndown Service on my ballot as well. And tight end 82 Junior really sticks out to me as well because 26 pancakes, 120 targets, and 7 TDs is not bad at all. 34.
Not bad.
I'm going to be honest, as the Dallas GM, I'm a little surprised Orion Flynn was eligible to be a tight end.
You don't know where you're playing your guys?
I do know where I'm playing my guys. That's why I'm surprised he was eligible to be a tight end. I think he was wide receiver 1 for half the season. But
see 1195 plays. I don't know.
But yes, congratulations to the first team offense. I believe, first team defense. Defensive line, we have Will Vincefork from Bondi, BD Steiner from Dallas, Mike Honcho from Minnesota. And then outside linebackers, both Norfolk, Alejandro Rodriguez and King Vaughn.
And those linebackers were a crazy duo all season. They
have
each have fantastic performances.
To have both first team outside linebackers from the same team. What was Norfolk doing?
They were getting something right.
And I mean, Will Vincefork was also a complete done deal. 47 tackles, 10 sacks, and 4 forced fumbles. That's everything you need to get on
Oh,
All Pro, really.
that's ISFL All Pro numbers.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
Vincefork doing pretty well there, eating good.
Mike Concho with a 97% tackle rate and 38 tackles for him, with 8 sacks. No forced fumbles or recoveries, which I thought was interesting there, but overall, really good, solid season.
Yeah.
Obviously, going first team defense All Pro and also 1OA in the draft is a pretty big achievement.
Zach, what did I do? But yes, and so there's your front and now the back end. Inside linebacker, Thasma Dick,
Back
son.
end.
Yeah, Thasma Dick, son, on the back end.
Back end with the tight ends.
Alec Duquesne?
Duquesne,
Duquesne.
I
Okay,
believe.
sure.
Yep.
Corner from London.
It's true. Shut
No, it
up.
is. Jack is right.
I believe it. I just wish people used English. The other corner, Pokemon Go to the polls. At safety, we have Hester Pops Mays and Josh Harper from Minnesota and Portland, respectively. I know Pokemon Go to the polls had, what was that, like 7 interceptions and 7 forced fumbles?
Yeah,
7.
I was just about to say 7 and 7. Yeah.
And 4 recoveries out of that.
Duquesne also had like 6 or 7 interceptions, had what,
6,
48%?
7.
Yeah, okay.
32 pass deflections, by the way.
Yeah, and also like 48% catch rate allowed, if I recall correctly.
Yes. Yep.
I felt like there was a lot of pass deflections this season, but it might have just been against us.
It might have been just you.
It just might have been in our games.
Yeah. A lot of pass deflections, I will say, from what I'm seeing on the sheet. Billy Dineballs also had a lot. Elias Chantrell had a lot.
This was a
Looks like
really good
Shembo
season for
Hawthorne,
corners in
Sullivan
general.
Gauthier.
Yeah.
I think both ISFL and DSFL, some insane corner seasons, which we'll get to in a little bit here.
Corner is crazy. Corner is a good place to be. It's an underrated position.
Underrated? Really?
Cyan, you're all pro anyway. Shut up.
Yeah, underrated.
Complaining that he didn't qualify at tight end as he's getting all pro at wide receiver as a tight end.
Something's working out.
But yeah, that is your first team first team all pro for DSFL. I believe we still have special teams. Yes. Kicker Swimmy Neutron, punter Gumdrop Ballbuster, and returner Candace Flynn.
That is a crew of names.
And renders.
I've never been happier for Portland in this moment than having Gumdrop as a pick. That when I saw that name, I was like, we need to get him.
That is true. Swimmy Neutron is missing the neutron part of it.
Oh, the hair. Yeah.
Missing. Oh.
Damn. Ban Infinite.
Zach says rookie haircut, so that makes sense.
Ban him right to hell.
Yeah, we got to kick Infi out of events head roll. Oh wait, I'm very sad. I'm sure Rots will do just fine, but I'm very sad seeing Infi step down.
Yeah, well.
but
It's time.
it's
He
been time.
needs the rest. Yeah.
He's needed that rest for a while.
Really.
We love you, Infi. But yeah, there's your DSFL first team All Pro. And I believe DSFL doesn't have second team. So yeah, diving right in. Your offensive performance of the year for DSFL. The ballot included Kawasaki Eagle in week 7, Bruiser Allstott week 14, Profen Odinson week 2, Dante Von Wolf week 14, and Jane Cobb week 2. Believe you guys pulled up the stats for these.
Yeah, I'm just
Looking at it.
scanning through them right now.
There's too many things.
There's a
Dante
lot.
Von Wolf with 6 receptions and 8 targets went 141 yards and a 23.5 average with 2 touchdowns. That's like, even just looking stats wise, like I saw this game, but even just looking at it stats wise, that's really, really good. That's incredible efficiency.
Very similar to
Very
Kawasaki
clean.
Eagle.
Oh yes. Oh yes.
He has 1 less reception, 3 more yards. It's like identical otherwise, though.
So
And then
direct
the running backs all 147, 146, and 151 yards. I think the edge has got to go Odinson with the 3 touchdowns, though, because points win games.
And no QBs.
That's a rushing and a passing touchdown each for Jane Cobb as well.
Rushing and passing?
Yeah,
It looks like it. Yeah. 3 receptions, 3 targets, 25 yards, 1 touchdown, 17 attempts
He did not
for
play QB.
147 yards.
He played receiver.
Rushing and receiving.
Rushing and receiving.
Yeah, rushing and receiving. I'm sorry.
I mean, if he could, that'd be great.
Modern day Walter Payton. But there can only be one. I guess Zion, I don't know if Reddick was I know there's activity requirements for awards. I don't know offhand if Reddick was active. But anyway. No, yeah, that's why. Yeah, not enough ACs. Anyway, yes, there can only be one. So the winner of the S61 DSFL Offensive Performance of the Year is Raffen Odinson, week 2.
Odinson.
I think you said he was the one that had 3 touchdowns.
Yeah, it had to be that.
Pretty clean.
Tight run for the award there. 2 receivers with
a lot of
basically
very
the
similar
same
stats.
running backs. Yeah. But congrats,
Very
Raffen
close.
Odinson.
The edge had to go to the touchdowns, yeah.
Makes sense. Why am I getting pings all of a sudden?
I'm going to add to it.
Please don't.
If you want, yeah.
Shouldn't have said that out loud. Anyway, moving on. Saw that coming. S61 DSFL Defensive Performance of the Year. The options here: Alejandro Rodriguez week 14, Alejandro Rodriguez week 9, King Von week 2. Gee, why were these two the DSFL All-Pro outside linebackers?
I told you they had great performances.
Joining the Norfolk boys, Benny Sanderson week 7 and Billy Dimeballs week 1.
Billy Dimeballs week 1. Shout out my Coyote, my replacement as the GM as well.
And to be clear, cool. I do know that I think the ballot said Billy Dimeballs week 14. I'm not sure if it should have been week 7. I was told week 1, so that's what's in here. So I think that's what the assumption was.
That's what we're looking at, yeah.
But yes, it said week 14. It was not supposed to be week 14. Probably confused some people.
But yeah, he put up 2 ints and a touchdown that game. Sanderson out there doing 8 tackles, a forced fumble, 2 pass deflections, 2 interceptions, and a touchdown.
Yeah, I gotta say it's Sanderson. I'm fairly certain that's what I put on my ballot as well.
Rodriguez with 2 separate weeks. 1 week with 16 tackles and 2 tackles for loss, 2 sacks, and a fumble recovery. And then very similar, just missing all the tackles, but then threw in a touchdown instead of fumbles in week 9. And then King Vaughn
King
with
Von
7
gets a
tackles, a
safety out of it too.
tackle for loss, 2 sacks, a pass deflection, and a safety kind of everywhere. Doing everything for them. These linebackers
It's a
with
good spread.
interceptions and forced fumbles is crazy.
Yeah. So solid options all around. And the winner
Come on,
of the
Bulls. Come on, Bulls.
S61 DSFL Defensive Performance of the Year is Benny Sanderson, Week 7.
Let's go, Sanderson.
Oh yeah, it's just a grab bag of everything you need. 8 tackles, a forced fumble, 2 pass deflections, 2 interceptions, and one of those was a pick 6. Clean. I mean, really good game.
Getting everywhere. But
It always comes
congratulations,
down
Benny
to
Sanderson.
turnovers. I think if I'm reading this right, he had the most turnovers at any of those, and that just wins games.
Plus the defensive touchdown.
Plus
So
the
yeah,
touchdown.
congratulations, Benny Sanderson. Moving on. Your offense, DSFL S61 Offensive Rookie of the Year. Options are Bruiser Allstott from London, Harold Carmichael from London, Raffin Odinson from Norfolk, Willie Hansey from Portland, and tight end 82 Jr. from Dallas.
I think the only new name on that list is Harold Carmichael.
I know he had a good season at wide receiver.
Yeah. Took in 80 receptions, which was just shy of 1 for the league lead.
I think it's Willie Hansey's first appearance in these awards as well.
Oh, yeah, it is true. Yeah, Willie Hansey. But we don't need to talk about him. He's not aboard.
Nah.
No, he didn't crack 1,000 receiving yards, but he had 13 touchdowns, which is amazing for a rookie.
It is true. The render has him basically grabbing the football in the logo. But
I think Harold Carmichael with the 42 first downs is a lot. But I can't see this going to anybody but Bruiser. He had a hell of a season.
yeah. Well, let's see if
1,500 yards is insane.
the voters agree. The S61 DSFL Offensive Rookie of the Year award goes to Bruiser Allstott.
Look at me predicting stuff.
Getting the hang of it.
Nostradamus over here. Put me on the fantasy rankings.
You want to lose to me too?
I would love to lose to you.
But congratulations, Bruiser Allstott, Offensive Rookie of the Year. All right, now the counterpart, Defensive Rookie of the Year. I love the Marco Fisher render. A lot of Grey Ducks. You got Mike Honcho, Sullivan Gauthier, and Adrian Sinclair. Marco Fisher from Tijuana and Buster Baxter from London.
I'm going to make the same joke I made during the draft stream and say that I love Marco Fisher's Elijah Wood render that nobody got during that stream, and I was pissed.
Elijah Wood.
Elijah Wood as... yeah.
That's
To be clear, it's
clearly
Daniel Radcliffe.
Elijah Wood
Daniel
playing Daniel Radcliffe, and Daniel Radcliffe playing Elijah Wood.
Oh, that's right. It's that
Come
one.
on, man.
Okay.
Nobody loves my jokes.
I appreciate you, Doug.
Okay, stats though. Stats.
Yeah.
What did they do?
I really like Buster for 126
We
tackles
all
and a
like Buster.
52.86% catch rate. I want to believe my Concho is gonna like clean up and get an extra award out of it and everything. I
Hey,
believe he has
when
it
the
in
big
him,
men
but,
get on the board, you want to see a big man do well.
Exactly.
We do love those big men.
We
Getting
love
all
big men.
handsy. But what were we talking about again?
Oh, do you say something? What?
This man has an entire wife. What the fuck?
I do
An
too.
entire wife.
A whole ass wife. Look at that.
Jackie, what happened to Emily?
What
What
do
have
you
you done?
mean? She's in the other room.
All of her?
Yeah.
Just want to make sure.
Stolen
Anyway,
Gauthier with 28 pass deflections. That's important. 28 pass deflections. Second highest and highest for the rookie. I don't know where Adrian Sinclair is. What did Adrian Sinclair do, guys?
why did they let us host things?
Okay. Adrian
Adrian Sinclair.
Sinclair did decently well with 9 tackles, 10 TFLs, 91 tackles, 7 pass deflections. So,
Just say
you know,
Sackles.
shut. Actually, shut.
No, this is good shit, and I love it
Should
to
I
go to
go?
Honcho. I would love it to go to Honcho, but I think Baxter takes this one.
All right, we've been on this slide for a while, so let's see
I think
who
Baxter.
actually takes this one. And it is
Yes!
indeed Buster Baxter winning defense.
I'm gonna call it Sackles from now on.
Also
Tackles
me
and
making awful jokes in the game day chat. Anyway, Buster Baxter, winner of Defensive Rookie of the Year for the DSFL. Congratulations.
Deserved.
You're the best of us, Baxter.
Congratulations. All right, Special Teams Player of the Year for DSFL. I have not seen that render before. Jalen Adunze.
Yeah.
From KCC, Gumdrop Ballbuster, Portland, Swimmy Neutron from Norfolk, and Rico Carbonara from Portland.
And I'll start with Jalen, my player. Almost cracked 1,000 kickoff return yards, had a touchdown, second best average, took the most kickoff returns of anybody in the league. So you have to give it to them for that regard. But the kickers were great too.
I gotta say that 1,000 kickoff or 1,000 returns is a lot. But I really like Gumdrop Ballbuster in this case.
Gumdrop Ballbuster was good. Yeah, took the most punts
26
out of
field goals
anybody.
made, 30 attempts.
Made, tied for the lead. I think their percentage being a little less than Swimmy puts them, I don't know, in the mix rather than in the lead.
I think it's probably pretty neck and neck.
You know what? Inside the 20s though, they got 37 on those punts. That's crazy.
And this is Special Teams Player of the Year, not just kicker or returner. So those got to take those punts into account.
What about Carbonara?
Carbonara with a 26 kick return average.
The highest average, yeah.
Pretty good.
They had 30 punt returns.
Yeah,
that's a lot. 211 yards. I think just they didn't have the sheer volume of yards that Jalen Odunze did, but the average outshot it and still put a touchdown in there.
Odunze.
Jalen.
Odunze.
Jalen.
But all right.
Exactly.
So your S61 DSFL Special Teams Player of the Year award goes to Gumdrop Ballbuster. First the All-Pro and now the Special Teams Player of the Year. Congratulations, Gumdrop Ballbuster.
This makes me very happy.
Jackie got that one.
All right. Moving on. The awards keep getting bigger. Offensive Player of the Year. We have Bruiser Allstott from London, Dante Von Wolf from Tijuana, Turn Down Service from Minnesota, Jane Cobb from Minnesota, and Raffen Odinson from Norfolk. All names we've seen a couple times already, I think.
Allstott with the 1,500 yards, Dante with 15 touchdowns, Turn Down Service, highest pancakes at 78.
Big man
Odinson with the big games. he was himself was the second highest rushing yards, 1282, on less attempts. So better per carry. Jane Cobb. God, there's so many stats to look at. Jane Cobb.
3 running backs on this list too.
It's Jane Cobb just behind that, 1210. Yeah. A lot of receptions for Jane Cobb, so involved in the passing game. 383 yards and 2 touchdowns there. So
And
more of a
the
scrimmage
sort of
play.
quiet representative for the wide receiver core, Dante putting out 15 receiving touchdowns and
15.
1,300 yards. Pretty good.
Is that
81
better than
receptions out of
1,500?
132. No, but can't have all of them, right? Surely.
If I had to predict, I'd say Dante takes this one.
I think it's the offensive lineman. And that's
Oh, I
not
wish
It would
just
be very cool for the offensive lineman to get it.
wish it was.
it
I
might
think
just be wishful thinking, but offensive
if I
lineman.
ever see like a DL up for MVP or like an OL for one of these, I vote them every time. I'm not lying, I do.
Well, let's see if everyone agreed with you there. S61 DSFL Offensive Player of the Year award goes to Bruiser Allstott.
Damn.
I think he had, how many
Very
carries did he
worthy.
have?
Very worthy.
Basically carried the London offense on his back.
This man had
Yeah, I mean, when
400
you have a
attempts.
workhorse RB, that'll happen.
Yeah. 100 more rushing attempts than the next best.
So
Yeah.
offensive rookie of the year and offensive player of the year at the same time. Not bad. Although, as is being pointed out in game day chat,
Yep.
it is worth noting offensive player of the year cannot also win MVP.
No, he cannot.
Interesting.
So maybe someone else won MVP, or maybe I'm misdirecting. It was a defensive player. Who knows? We'll find out. I have not looked ahead, so I'm finding out at the same time as all of you. But congratulations, Bruiser Allstott, offensive player of the year. Moving on to defensive player of the year. Alejandro Rodriguez with Norfolk, Will Vincefork from Bondi, Pokemon Go to the Polls from Dallas, Buster Baxter from London, and Benny Sanderson from Portland. I think we have seen every single one of these names already.
We've seen those, yeah.
Multiple times.
Pokemon with that 7 and 7 for the fumbles and interceptions.
Rodriguez is here to play. 125 tackles, 14 sacks, 5 forced fumbles, 4 recoveries, 1 interception, 7 pass deflections, and a defensive touchdown to completely clean it up.
And then you got Sanders up there with 65 tackles, 4 forced fumbles, 2 recoveries, and 7 interceptions, plus that touchdown. We know points wins games.
And if your defense is scoring points, your offense doesn't even have to.
I think a huge snub to my Billy Dime Balls with 2 defensive touchdowns and not even nominated. That's kind of a thing.
A little bit.
And then Will Vincefork, 10 sacks, tied for the league lead, but with 47 tackles, just a powerhouse in the center. 4 forced fumbles, tied for the league there too. Best defensive lineman in, I don't know, 3 seasons, I'd say.
Getting double-digit sacks in the DSFL from the defensive line. Pretty damn good. We covered everyone, right?
Yeah, I think so.
All right. I'm only half paying attention, trying to keep up with things. Yeah, so the S61 DSFL Defensive Player of the Year goes to Alejandro Rodriguez. First team All-Pro, multiple weeks with nominated to the individual performance, and now Defensive Player of the Year. So heck of a season for Rodriguez.
And he did that with a star beside him in King Von too, so he had to stand out.
Yeah, couldn't get there by dominating. Couldn't get there just by dominating volume. Had to actually be good.
No.
So, well done, Alejandro Rodriguez. Congratulations. All right. Next up, GM of the year. This is always silly to me that there are 8 teams and 5 nominations, but nevertheless, they have Admiral Baltraits and Glims from Bondi, NC and Pidgey Destined from Minnesota, Joho and Lieutenant Black Grizzly from Norfolk, Sparky D and Cheese Conies from Portland, and Cyan and Zag from Tijuana. Nobody from Dallas. Sad day.
Nobody from Kansas. I don't think I was ever nominated. We did not have a winning season, though. Either. So, put that out there.
Details.
We did make playoffs one time. At 3 was it 3-10 or something?
Is that last season?
Oh yeah.
Yeah, this season there was actual competition between the two divisions. That was an improvement.
They look good, yeah.
Said Bondi, Thor. Oh, Bondi.
Shout
whatever.
out to all my GMs. I miss you guys. I'll see you later.
Bondi Beach, whatever.
Call Bondi. Call Bondage.
That is true. It is Bondage Beach. See, Thor appreciates it. He likes Bondage Beach.
The Minnesota Cryducks.
But
Norfolk.
Thank you, Lemon. Anyway, the S61 GM of the Year award for DSFL goes to the ultimately winning Bondi. You're welcome. Beach. GMs Admiral Baltraits and Glims.
Just call them BBs. They're the BBs.
For some reason, I get dyslexia reading his name, and I keep wanting to call him Admiral Eights. Just kind of skipping the middle chunk of that.
I always miss the pronunciation because it's admirable traits, but I want to say Admiral Baltraits.
It is Admiral Baltraits.
It's admirable traits.
Admiral. There's an L in there before the B.
It is Admiral Baltraits, but the joke is
the pun, the play on words is admirable.
It's part of the reason why I don't know it is because I just call him Hugh Jackman anyway. Anyway, getting off topic again. Congratulations.
Anyway.
Congratulations to the Bondi GM.
Congratulations to the hard pronounced names on your win.
All right. Moving on to the DSFL MDM. We had nominations of Frantic, Good Hands with Allstott, and Mediba. Mediba?
I go Bob.
There is no MVP.
Frantic.
We could pronounce this one weird and go Matiba.
But yeah, bunch of people. This class definitely jumped right into the league. A few jobs already between these guys. Plenty of media. Very active in chat.
How many awards does Honcho need to win, though? For real.
This would be a cool one for him to get, I think. Hey.
I'd take this one over any other. Which, by the way, I won.
Well, let's see how the voters thought. The S61 MDM goes to Frantic, Mike Honcho. Not terribly surprising. Was that 1-0 in both DSFL and ISFL?
Well deserved.
I think it was both. But yes, congratulations, Frantic.
Damn, I'll have to buy him an Alani to celebrate.
All right. And finally, this is not ISFL. I know it says ISFL. This is DSFL. Most valuable player.
Because valuable.
Most valuable, because most valuable is trademarked. Or maybe we trademarked most valuable. Whatever. The S61 DSFL most valuable player. Combined list of both the offensive. Allstott was 1-0 in DSFL. Well, I guess Frantic's washed now. Anyway, the most valuable player combined list of the offensive player of the year and defensive player of the year ballots. So
All
we
names
already
received.
know Bruiser Allstott won offensive player of the year and Alejandro Rodriguez won defensive. So
they're absolutely going to win this time, aren't they?
of course, one of them has to win
Totally.
MVP. That's how that works, right? But any thoughts?
Vince
think you
Fork,
got it.
Vince Fork, Vince Fork.
I want Vince Fork, but I think you got to go Dante. 15 touchdowns.
Think the Triple Crown winner is going to win MVP?
Points win games, and that's what people vote for.
I was gonna ask that.
That's a great question, Boosh.
Yeah.
They tried to do the accent. There's supposed to be an accent in his name, and it didn't come out quite right.
0 times the square root of.
Well, that's an O, and that's an E with, I believe, a circumflex.
Gesundheit. Your S61 DSFL Most Valuable Player award will go to Dante Von Wolf for
Hey.
My boy.
that Triple Crown winning Most Valuable Player. Congratulations.
He
And
can't
chat
score goals in
explodes.
hockey, but he can win the friggin' MVP here.
Definitely a damn good season. Averaging, what, a full touchdown per game, 100 yards per game, give or take. So, yeah. And I know in the ISFL it doesn't really happen. I don't know how many times it's happened in the DSFL, but I know wide receivers winning MVP is incredibly rare. So
there's usually just so many of them that it just spreads
well,
out.
there's a lot of them, and also if the wide receiver is that good, usually so is the QB. So it's hard for the
Yeah,
wide receiver to stand out. But
stand out
nevertheless,
against QB one. Yeah. Who was his QB?
congratulations, Dante Von Wolf.
Goldchip was his QB, wasn't it? Didn't
Yep,
they win MVP last year?
yep. Might have been multiple time MVP too. I know Goldship's been doing really well last several seasons. But yeah, congratulations to all DSFL award winners. And now I believe, yeah, moving on to ISFL. And we actually have the all rookie team in here this time.
Yeah, we did it right.
All right, we have QB Master Shake, running back Stankel McQuaid, fullback Hardbody Mayhem, tight end Cuddy Von Turbo, tight end Thomas the Tank, wide receiver Mons More, uh, offensive tackle Monsieur Bonjengles, interior offensive line Big Manis, defensive tackle Domo Arigato, outside linebacker Squash Mitchell, inside linebacker Ryan Wolf, inside linebacker Pronking Chicken, corner Crusher Casket, safety Yama End, and kicker Johnny Zins.
That
Very
is a lot of Cape Town Crash and New Orleans second line.
it's way too much purple.
A lot of purple.
Way too much purple. Also, just because of the way the rookies worked out, I like the position groups.
Yeah, it kind of worked this time.
2 tight ends, 1 wide receiver, 1 outside linebacker, but 2 inside.
Very unique. Only
Just to
2
give
corners.
Johnny Sins his flowers here as well. 27 field goals made out of 31 attempts, 87% efficiency, putting up numbers that are better than other kickers that have way more TPE. I'm really excited for their future.
I think Mons More too, putting up damn near the same amount of receiving yards as Ohawan. I don't know if I
think
pronounced that right.
Mons More, I don't know if he quite got Triple Crown, but if he didn't, he was damn close.
He didn't get the yards by 24, but he has the touchdowns and he has the receptions.
With Master Shake, of course, feeding him. So
yes, who himself has been amazing.
Well, aside from the 20-something interceptions, but yeah.
He's just the new version of Jameis Winston, okay?
There we go. Master Shake wishes he was Jameis Winston.
We all wish we were Jameis Winston.
But congratulations to the ISFL All-Rookie team. Moving on to the All-Pro team, starting off with second team All-Pro, QB forcing to Osaka, running backs GM Mellet and Hawk DeBow, fullback blocked on Discord, tight end Cuddy Von Turbo, receivers Slater Williamson, Oliver Klozoff, and Alexandros Mograine, tackles Drake Ryder and Titus Gilly, with interior line Brick Top, Amoeboid Changeling, and Bear Witten, and kicker Athena McKenzie.
I think to note here, a lot of Baltimore, seeing that they just have the depth. These guys are second team all pro, and they won. So just champions across the board.
And I mean, it's just proof that the Mograine name carries from every league to every other league. Like, awesome player in the SSL, amazing player in the ISFL so far. Like, it works out. That's cool.
Was Cuddy Von Turbo a rookie?
I think so, yeah.
It was a rookie tight end, I believe. Or maybe not. He might be 1 year removed.
Maybe. From the
yeah, one year removed. He was not a rookie.
Okay.
But still.
Marmot.
Yeah, I mean, aside from the 9 drop, but he had 103 catches, over 1,000 yards for a tight end. Granted, played a lot of snaps at wide receiver, but for a tight end, yeah. So, congratulations to the ISFL second team All-Pro offense. Second team defense. Defensive tackles Turd Ferguson and Bjarni Halmerson. Defensive end Trent Butterfingers with DL Flex Vince Morgan. Outside linebackers Stephen Matthews and Daenerys Targaryen. Inside linebacker Bronking Chicken. Corners Connor Beck and Zamir Kella III. Safeties Theodore Espin and Gerald Schuprig. DB Torchwood, punter Sexy Poodle, and returner Beanman IV. Jorel, you can't expect me to remember things that I just read five seconds ago. That's just asking too much.
I'll say thank you for the second team All-Pro, but screw Mobius Strip, who I know is the first team DE in my way. So my rival at this point.
Get good.
Get good, yeah. Wasn't it this year?
All the cool shades. It's blues and purples and greens on the defense.
Very blue,
You have
yeah.
Connor Beck and Gerald Schuprig. That's it.
Stephen Matthews, a legend out there. My boy Turd on the D-line. Shake and bake, baby.
I don't know, Boosh. Why don't you go look? I have no clue. That was like a whole 2 minutes ago. Why would you expect me to remember things? And yes, Beanman did not get Pro Bowl despite the All-Pro just because activity. But yes, congratulations to the second team All-Pro for ISFL. Moving on to the first team offense for our ISFL. We have from New York, QB Trevor Simeon, running back Wilson Godebert. Godebert's joined by Kim Minjong, and fullback Robert Crone, who I will point out, Robert Crone just set the fullback record for pancakes in a season at 92. Also 0 sacks allowed. So, you know.
Is 92, that's an offensive lineman out there.
As a fullback.
What are you doing?
Also caught 58 passes. Only, 386 yards, but still.
Churning those first downs though.
So Crone, I will always rep the underappreciated positions, and Crone was a monster at fullback.
Shout out Robert Crone. Killing it.
Moving on to the rest of the skill position players, we have wide receivers Vidal Valor, Ohewan, and Dash Jackson. accompanied by tight end Jason Beatty. If I recall correctly, Valor and Haywan were both unanimous first-team All-Pros as well. So, very dominant
I
seasons on
love
both.
to see it for Valor for sure.
Very dominant seasons on both parts there, and I think so. Valor led the league in yards per catch and yards per target. Just wildly efficient.
Just that downfield target.
And Ohaywan led the league in receiving yards, also with 12 touchdowns. So,
Look at that, Boosh. Wow. Interesting how that works out.
Just more of that New York offense showing up. QB, RB, and wide receiver.
certainly a team with such good offensive pieces made it deep in the
Surely
playoffs,
they
right?
had a great run at the playoffs, yeah.
Yeah. I have no room to talk. Anyway, moving on to the blockers up. Whoopsie. Where's my mouse? There it is. Blockers up front. Offensive tackles, Steve Slavakaiju and Schnitzel Rada. And interior offensive line, Kylo Wen, Jack White, and Aaron Ford Jr. Daniel, I already said I had no room to talk.
I know some of those names.
But
I think.
good smattering of teams here too. Like
Yeah,
five different teams with first team offensive linemen here. So
I believe Lava Kaiju and Rada were from my draft class, so great to see all of us succeeding.
yeah.
And looking like it's 0 sacks allowed for both of Schnitzelrada and Steve Slavakaiju. That's really important there.
Only one penalty apiece, no sacks allowed. Very solid seasons for both. No, Drake Ryder was not robbed. The whole reason he didn't make it, the reason he was second team instead of first team was the sacks allowed and penalties. Although
Yeah.
a lot of pancakes. He was very impressive on the pancakes. But
is that a spoiler?
we already did second team.
Okay, we did it.
Two tackles a little bit better and couldn't do anything about it.
Yeah. But congratulations to the ISFL first team All-Pro offense. Moving on to the defense. The front six. Okay, missing an inside linebacker. That's what's going on. Front seven minus inside linebacker. Defensive tackles Benji Raga and Felix Fortuna. Defensive end Mobius Strip and defensive line flex Max Payne. Along with outside linebackers JQ the fourth and BC Snapple.
Mobius.
I mean, the guy had, what was that, 7 forced fumbles?
Yeah, and I can't argue it. Yes,
Also,
I led the lead in sacks, but he had the forced fumbles, and turnovers are the difference
also
maker.
just a very good defensive tackle season, which is why we have that DL Flex as another defensive tackle this season. I think it's Raga had 11 sacks. Fortuna had 11 sacks. Max Payne had 11 sacks. Like,
It was 6 people with double-digit sacks in the defensive line. Defensive tackle.
Yep, just defensive
4
tackles.
more on defensive line.
Defensive tackles alone, there were 6 double-digit sack seasons. So very impressive there. And then at linebacker, you had JQ, who didn't have the best TFL and sack numbers, but 6 forced fumbles, recovering 4, 2 interceptions, 9 pass deflections, had a safety, just racking up the big plays. Meanwhile, BC Snapple, 7 forced fumbles, 17 TFLs, led the leagues by a solid margin there.
Also led in forced fumbles for linebackers.
Yep.
And with 14 sacks as well, that's pretty solid.
Also led with 143 tackles.
Damn.
So just making plays.
Just underrated, man.
And then the back end of the defense, inside linebacker Joshua Hunchak, corners Gods Kama and Brick Pudding, safeties Lars Oaktree and Devin Lynch, and defensive back flex Reno Vega. Yes, Reno Vega was selected
It's
again.
always good to see Hunchak still kicking.
I mean, 7 sacks from the inside linebacker spot.
Yeah.
4 forced fumbles. 7 pass deflections. He's doing everything.
And remember, we were talking about for DSFL that it was kind of an absurdly good corner season. We have Brick Pudding with 54% catch rate allowed. That'd be the best most seasons. It was among the best this season, not quite. But also 6 interceptions, 30 pass deflections, and 3 defensive touchdowns. And then you have God's Comma at 56% catch rate allowed, 96 tackles with a 99% tackle rate, also 6 interceptions, and 37 pass deflections with 2 touchdowns. Hell, Reno Vega, most seasons, Reno Vega would be a unanimous all-team first pro corner at 58% catch rate. 90 tackles, 4 forced fumbles, 5 interceptions.
It's the year of the DB, apparently.
Thor, it was never meaningless. Quit putting words in people's mouth.
League talk here. Is this an increase in DB talent or a drop in QB talent?
I mean, all the other QBs are just jealous of the Gekbis, so they're probably all pushing too hard and just making mistakes.
Boo.
The Gekbis is just too good.
Boo.
You weren't told
DB's
that by
running
me,
the day.
Thor. But
Next
yes,
slide.
congratulations to the ISFL first team all pro defense. And then the specialists, kicker John Borio, punter Adam Vittori, and returner Thunder McQueen. I think Vittori is keeping up with the Yellowknife tradition of having the best punters in the league. Zenzaroni would be proud.
Are you trying to say something about their team with that?
We are really good at getting good field position. John Borio with 30. John Borio had as many field goals made as, or at least as many field goals made as most of the kickers attempted. He was 31 of 35. So
yeah, only a handful.
Damn good season for him. And then Thunder McQueen had one of the best returner seasons I've seen in a while. Almost 28 yards per kick return, 15 yards per punt return, along with 2 punt return touchdowns.
Yep. Punt return touchdowns are gold. That's where the money's at.
And 15 yards per punt return, the average is usually somewhere around 8 or 9. Usually the league leader has 11 or 12. He's hitting it with 15. So very, very impressive season there all around. Congratulations to the ISFL S61 All-Pro team. So moving on to the offensive performance of the year. We have Kim Minjong, week 2, Ganymede Moon, week 4, left bench, week 6, Trevor Simeon, week 8, Titus Gilly, week 8, and Wilson Godeberg, week 14.
Well, let's start with the big man, the Titus Gilly here. Titus Gilly had 15 pancakes in a single game in week 8.
That's a lot of food.
That man was hungry.
If I recall correctly, no sacks allowed and no penalties?
Sacks allowed, no penalties, 15 pancakes. That is performance of the year worthy.
Always rep
Vote
the
for
big
the big
men.
man. Vote for the big man. Left bench, a name we don't see very often, but had a great game. 4 targets, 5 receptions. Other way around. 4 receptions, 5 targets, 145 yards, 2 touchdowns. That's 36.2 average yards per catch. Just eating up yards with those catches.
Yeah, seems like Wilson and Kim and Jong are both like pretty neck and neck here. Kind of tricky to say who here like secures it. I think out of 6 targets and 5 receptions for Gotobert versus the 7 targets and 5 receptions for Kim and Jong, it's basically balanced out considering that, Gotobert got 103 yards and 27 yards receiving. And then Minjong gets 90 yards rushing and 32 receiving. For the same amount of touchdowns, it's almost identical with 10 less attempts for Minjong.
Yeah, I think it's the average there. The attempts, Kim with 10 less attempts gets him to 7.5 average rushing. Which probably gives them the edge, just barely. And then keeping with the running back.
Does the commissioner take it away with the offensive performance of the year?
Keeping with the running backs, Ganymede Moon, 11 attempts, 116 yards. That's a 10.5 yard average. 2 touchdowns, still caught 2 passes for 43 yards and another touchdown. It's not 5 touchdowns in a game, but a 10.5 average is insane.
I think it was 5 touch. Yeah, you said 5 touchdowns.
5.
Yeah.
From Kim and Wilson, not from Ganymede Moon. They had 3.
Yes, Moon was very impressive efficiency. But yeah. So
quarterback, which we don't like to talk about, but
Trevor Simeon ran a lot. Hell yeah. 350 yards, 5 touchdowns, 25 attempts for 33.
Yeah, hell of a game from quarterback.
Sure.
That New York offense is just firing. If only the rest of the team could step up.
Poor New York.
Poor New York.
We're picking on them here. But
I think they know.
Anyway, yeah. So definitely solid options, but the S61 ISFL Offensive Performance of the Year award goes to Kim Ming Jong, week 2, the 5 touchdowns.
5 touchdowns and that 7.5 yards per carry. It's just very, very efficient.
So congratulations to the commissioner. Winning something. I bet he's so happy.
Played against farmers.
Anyway, moving on. Defensive Performance of the Year for ISFL. Options are Reno Vega, week 6, Mobius Strip, week 7, Norlina Half Pillow, week 10, Bug Chingus, week 11, Connor Beck, week 14, or James Boxman, week 16. I think there were a lot of defensive touchdowns in this group.
Can we just address which one of these things does not belong here? Just the one Bachman. All the others look like they could be from an actual game. Call their name Dan Smith from BYU. And then there's a clippy looking guy down there.
And that clippy looking guy, if I recall correctly, had like 14 tackles? 16 tackles?
Yeah, I think what's really funny is it's probably Boxman for defensive performance of the year, which is wild.
Yeah, 11 tackles, 2 tackles for loss, 2 sacks, forced fumble, and 2 fumble recoveries. So he recovered somebody else's forced fumble.
But also Bug Chingus in there as well. 8 tackles, a sack, a forced fumble, 2 pass deflections, 1 interception, and a touchdown.
Damn good safety game.
Everything you need.
I'll give Mobius his flowers once only. 7 tackles, a sack, and 3 forced fumbles.
You bum. No, I'm kidding. Anyway,
Who else haven't we talked about? Norlina, 14 tackles, 2 sacks, 2 forced fumbles, a fumble recovery, and 2 pass deflections.
I
So
think
playing safety basically.
at outside linebacker.
I don't remember.
Then back in Vega, I think.
Vega sitting at 7 tackles, 5 pass deflections, 3 interceptions, and a touchdown. And again, you got to give it to the points. Connor Beck, 5 tackles, 6 pass deflections, 2 interceptions, and 2 defensive touchdowns.
2 pick sixes will do some damage. But let's see.
That is
let's
dozen
see
points from one player in moments, basically.
on the side of the ball that isn't supposed to be scoring the points. But all right, let's see if the voters agree. The S61 ISBL Defensive Performance of the Year award goes to Connor Beck. They do indeed. 2 defensive touchdowns in 1 game. Damn impressive. Congratulations, Connor Beck.
People flock to the touchdowns.
Hard not to. All right. Offensive Rookie of the Year. I'm seeing a theme once again. I guess there's a reason.
Love it.
There's a reason why the offensive was it the all rookie team was all purple, and how we have the offensive rookie of the year award all purple except for Cuddy Von Turbo. But we got Stankel McQuaid, Mons More, Master Shake, Cuddy Von Turbo, Monsieur Bonjangles, and Johnny Zins.
Johnny Zins just being on the ballot is awesome for me. I'm really, really glad.
I mean, Zins
That's so cool.
Zins had a good season, like you said before.
Yeah,
27 of 31. What's pretty good punter. 40% inside 20, 46.5 average. So definitely deserved to be there. Stankel with the second most carries in the league, and I think the 4th most rushing yards. So not the best efficiency, but rookie. The fact that he was a workhorse as a rookie.
That entire offense is rookies from Stankel, More, Shake. It's just
Stankel's cake team, yeah. But then Shake feeding More, both of them with great seasons. Monsieur Bonjangles as a offensive tackle, 75 pancakes.
Mons More with a monster of 109 receptions for 1,400 yards and 14 touchdowns out of all of that too. Tied with Dash Jackson, who has a lot more TPE for the top receiving touchdowns in the over the season.
Yep.
That's cool.
Then the S61 Offensive Rookie of the Year is Mons More with the near miss on the Triple Crown.
Let's go.
So,
Coyotes
hell of a season for the rookie. Congratulations, Mons More.
Deserved.
On the defensive side, now we have purple and green. We have Robot Sunfish II, Squash Mitchell, Yama End, Pickle Rick, Crusher Casket, and another Oliver Closeoff, but spelled differently.
Another 2 Coyotes, Sunfish and Pickle. We just churn out great rookies, just saying.
Also, there appears to be a Kansas City to San Jose pipeline.
We had good players in their drafting season, if you followed.
But yeah, Robot Sunfish with 8 TFLs as a rookie, not bad at all. I'm trying to remember what position everyone plays. You'd think I would remember at some point.
Squash Mitchell is linebacker.
Yama, I think, is a safety.
Yama is a safety.
Yeah, it's safety.
Safety
Rick.
with 84 tackles.
84 tackles. Whoa. 2 fumble
Yeah.
recoveries.
Led all safeties in tackles, no less.
Damn. Pickle Rick is
Crusher
a corner.
Casket for corner as well. Yeah.
Yeah, Crusher and Pickle both corners.
Crusher Casket.
7 sacks for Crusher.
Yeah, Crusher kind of
is
in that hybrid role.
crazy.
7 sacks, 3 interceptions, a blocked field goal, a defensive touchdown.
Ooh.
Getting
Field
around.
goals.
Pickle Rick with 71 tackles, solid tackle rate, forced fumble, fumble recovery, interception.
A little high on the penalties. Don't like seeing that. But Crusher had more. So never mind.
It's a rookie. I think,
But
yeah,
it's
Squash Mitchell with 14 TFLs and a safety. So
Oliver with similar amount of penalties, 72 tackles, a forced fumble, an interception.
very similar
17
season.
pass deflections.
Close off and Pickle Rick had very similar seasons there. But the Defensive Rookie of the Year award goes to Squash Mitchell.
Squash Mitchell.
Those 14 TFLs and the safety, doing some work.
Congratulations, Mitchell.
All right. Your Returner of the Year award. It's very good returner group all around. You have Thunder McQueen, Ezra Torrent, Calvin Calamari, Griffin Stone, different Oliver Closeoff. And why there are 2 in the league at the same time, I don't know. At least they have different spellings of their names, unlike the Dan Smiths. And then Dalton Gross is the last option. Between all of these guys, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 return touchdowns this season. And that's not counting Bean Man, who also has a return touchdown but was not eligible for awards being inactive. So just an absurd number of return touchdowns this season.
Oh, it's special teams up too.
Special teams and defense. It was the offense that died.
Griffin Stone with the league of punt return yards, 414.
Solid, almost 12 yards per punt return as well. Calvin Calamari with a punt return touchdown. Dalton Gross with a punt return touchdown.
It's interesting that Bean Man isn't on the list.
Oh no, Bean Man was not active.
Okay. Because I mean,
ineligible.
He should have.
That's pretty open and shut if Bean Man is considered, because that's crazy.
I think that's why we're seeing a lot of looking at the punt return stats, because the kickoffs, you can see the leaders, you can see the top end, but the punt returns, a lot of middle ground there, a lot of people neck and neck.
Yeah. But there can only be one winner, and the winner of the S61 ISFL Returner of the Year award is Thunder McQueen, first team All-Pro and Returner of the Year.
Touchdowns are king. 2 punt return touchdowns.
2 punt return touchdowns, a great kick return average, and dominated punt return average. So congratulations, Thunder McQueen. All right, kicker, punter, and I would like to put emphasis on punter. That is relevant. It is not just the kicker award. I keep trying to make an emphasis of this. We will see if people actually realize this. Anyway, we have John Borio, the Labubu, Athena McKenzie, Adam Vittori, and Sexy Poodle.
Let's start with the Labubu. 85% field goals. 24 of 28 made. Punt returns. No, sorry, not returns, but punts. A very good average there.
And there is a stat in the stat sheet. I don't know if how many people understand what it is, but there's the PAR, points above replacement. Basically, it's taking the average number of points a kicker scores that season at any given distance, and takes the average of that and calculates how much better each kicker is relative to that distance. The PAR was pretty flat this season. There was a lot of players very much vying for that title. So kicker wise, it was very close. A lot of kickers did well. And yeah,
Like we had mentioned before, John Barreo with 31 field goals made of 35 attempted.
yep, Labubu 24 of 28.
82 punts for
93%
Barreo
field
too.
goal from Athena, though.
93% field goal from Athena, which would look a
First
lot
those
more
points.
impressive if it wasn't tied to a 95% extra point rate. Adam
Not the
Vittori,
worst.
Numbers we
Not
want to
the
look at.
worst.
Shush.
Adam Vittori, same problem. 27 of 31, really good kicking as long as you ignore the extra points. Vittori makes up for it though by being the second best inside 20 rate and by far the best punt average. So Vittori, not quite the best kicker, but definitely the best punter. Sexy Poodle, 23 of 27. Led the league in inside 20 rate though. 50% of their punts ended up inside the 20. So tight race, lot of contenders here. But the winner of the S61 Kicker Punter of the Year is John Boreo. So definitely the best kicker of the bunch.
So they didn't listen.
No, they did not, but definitely the best kicker. So still very much.
He's got the highest of your fancy stat, whatever you called it.
He did. He was the best kicker without a doubt.
6.75%.
But yes, congratulations, John Boreo, on Kicker Punter of the Year. Moving on to Offensive Player of the Year. Once again, we have three Silverbacks in this list. Three Silverbacks of Trevor Siemian at QB, Wilson Godebert at running back, and Drake Ryder at offensive line. Also at running back, we have Kim Minjong from Osaka, Oh Haewon, the Austin wide receiver, and Robert Crone, the now record holder for pancakes in a season fullback from Yellowknife.
Please give this award to Robert Crone.
Yeah, you know it's not happening.
Please.
I wish.
Can we change the slide and just make it our own?
We'll just skip the next slide. But yes, I will push the record-setting thing whenever I can because fullbacks deserve love too.
Let's put word out there for the big man, Drake Ryder. 134 pancakes. Only one sack allowed.
Yeah. So, I think everyone else we've talked about at some point or another, or actually maybe we haven't talked about Trevor Siemian. Siemian with I think the highest completion percentage in the league, most passing yards, most passing touchdowns, only 13 interceptions. So
only.
I mean, there were a lot of interceptions. There were a lot of interceptions this season.
The volume had.
Well, yeah, also that. 606 pass attempts, only 13 interceptions, 2.15% interception rate is right in line with the rest of the league. That was not bad. So, especially when, leading the league in touchdowns, passing yards, very, very narrow second in touchdown percent by 0.01%. So
what you're saying is the QB is an RB.
Well, actually, yes. Siemian was the best running QB this season. 26 he had 9 carries for 26 yards, 2.89 yards per carry. By far the best among the QBs. We need more rushing QBs in the ISFL again. Anyway. But yeah, some solid seasons all around. But the winner of the S61 ISFL Offensive Player of the Year award is Trevor Siemian. That 4,300 yards, 36 touchdowns.
Being the dominant best quarterback, you can't deny him that.
Yep.
Congratulations.
Congratulations, Trevor Siemian. Moving on to the Defensive Player of the Year awards. Mobius Strip from Sarasota, Gods, and JQ the Fourth, both from Arizona, Stephen Matthews and Felix Fortuna, both from Honolulu, and Brick Pudding, also from Sarasota. So we have 3 teams represented here. Good. I don't know why the Sarasota players were split up, unlike the other 2, but okay. But yeah, like I think we've been mentioning several times, this was an insane defensive season. Strip with living up to the name with 7 forced fumbles. Brick Pudding, his teammate, with 3 defensive touchdowns to go along with the 6 interceptions, 30 pass deflections, and 54% catch rate. God's right there with him as as first team All Pro corner, 6 interceptions, 37 PDs. Q with all the turnovers. I think Matthews had 20 sacks. Where's Fortuna?
That can't be right. That can't be right.
Fortuna's 11 sacks as a defensive tackle.
Led defensive tackles with 74 tackles as well, 4 forced fumbles, 2 recoveries.
A lot of opportunity here. Anybody could take it.
That may be true, Joriel, but this is English, so you know. But yeah, so very solid defensive season all around. But the winner of the Defensive Player of the Year award is JQ the Fourth.
Thank you.
So all those turnovers, 6 forced fumbles, 4 fumble recoveries, 2 interceptions, the safety. Congratulations, JQ.
Just an all-around efficient season. Just a lot of different stats.
Yeah. All right. Before we get to MVP, the other awards first. GM of the Year. We have Roy Rivers and Ump, I think, from Baltimore. Irish and Cowboy Blender from Black Forest. Mike Martin Steg from Colorado. Cicro and LCC from Cape Town. Griffin Ice Bear in Honolulu. And Uptown and Flex from Oko. I do like CTC being nominated for GM of the Year this season. Might be a little early, but they got the spirit.
They're doing some things. They're on the up.
I know it's not going to be Irish and Blender, but I want it to be Irish and Blender.
I think, I mean, it could be. Not that they won the championship, but
I
like
believe.
the turnaround that this team has had in the last 6 seasons, and I think they're set up to be a contender for 2-3 more seasons here.
Yeah.
Like that's fantastic, and part of that was you, Jackie. But let's give the credit to Irish.
You're welcome.
But yeah, the
Gord
winners
could win on his way out too.
Yeah. The winners of the S61 ISFL GM of the Year are Baltimore, Roy Rivers and Ump.
Baltimore.
The Ultimus winners.
Like the people, not the team.
If they win too much. I think somebody mentioned over the last, was it 9 seasons, Baltimore has been the NSFC rep for like 7 of them.
It's just not fair.
They can't keep getting away with.
Stats.
They can't keep getting away with this. If only Osaka actually lived up to the TPE. But congratulations.
That's some to throw. Damn.
Congratulations to Baltimore. Again. For MDM. Oh, that's a solid list here. I am not even going to remember what everyone here does, but I know, I recognize every name. So it's a very powerhouse group here. We got Bloodless, Gracie, Doc, Camprak, was that Owen Plays, and Russ Fan.
It's names you see all across the league.
Yeah.
I want it to be Gracie. I want it to be Gracie.
I don't even know everything that everyone here does. It's constant. Every single time there's an announcement, every single time someone's running something, one of these names shows up.
I mean, Dante been putting in absolutely so much work in the game day production. Gracie just spearheading community events, Doc with everything that he's been doing in Survivor and everywhere else as well. Kaya, always good to see up there. Russ, Owen plays. Just, yeah, a solid list.
Just good, active people that just make you feel comfortable being in this league.
I think
It's awesome.
Makes you feel warm inside.
Owen plays, I think, has been doing a lot of this streams. Camprak with all the work with dots. Honestly, I'm not even sure what Russ Van does anymore, but I know he's been everywhere. I'm sure he is still everywhere, and at this point, it's just in passing.
You're too used to him being there.
Exactly. But
LCC, I ask myself why I was not nominated for MDM all the time.
Yeah, why not
You're
me
not
too?
alone
Huh?
in this.
But with all these great users, there's only one MDM, and the winner of the S61 ISFL MDM is Bloodless.
Yes, Dante again.
Let's go.
Dante with all the work running the game days, definitely bringing life to that. So I got that right? He runs the game days.
Yes.
I lose track of what everyone's doing.
Absolute legend.
And he's technically still a new user. You realize?
Very
He's
new.
not been here that long.
Nope. Still first player, right? First player who is still in the
first player-
DSFL.
He just got called up. Just.
So,
And
congratulations.
he's humble too.
Yes, especially about that Triple Crown.
Oh yeah. Just a calm and quiet person who's humble beyond belief.
But congratulations, Bloodless. All right. And now, the ISFL S61 Most Valuable Player. We have nominated Trevor Simeon, Kim Minjong, God's Kama, JQ the Fourth, Vidal Valor, and Steven Matthews. So same rules apply. You can't win offensive or defensive player of the year and MVP. So sorry to Trevor Simeon and JQ. You already won your awards.
And let's talk about the snub here. No Robert Crone.
No Robert Crone.
Nobody values pancakes.
What a snub. What a snub.
Don't people like pancakes? They're so good.
There's a lot of waffle enjoyers in the chat, I bet.
Disappointing. But
I'm hoping Valor gets his MVP here.
I want to see it. I want to see it. Oh yeah.
Well,
Matthews 20 sacks. I don't know how you.
Matthews 20 sacks, leading that Honolulu defense.
I'd love to see a defensive one too.
Vidal Valor, just one of the most efficient wide receiver seasons I've ever seen. 16 yards per reception, over 10 yards per target, 1,300 yards and 11 touchdowns. Core piece of that Black Forest offense. God's Kama, all respect to JQ. God's Kama was the hero of the Arizona defense there. Just absolutely locking down in the secondary. And Kim Min-jong with 21 touchdowns for Osaka. Just was the Osaka offense. So definitely
go to anybody.
And definitely deserving options here. But the S61 ISFL Most Valuable Player is Kim Min-jong. Lemon has got to be. Lemon's probably over the moon.
Frickin' Lemon.
Don't inflate his ego any more than he needs.
The commissioner wins MVP. Rigged.
The setup for sure.
Rigged. And the next slide is the actual real MVP, right? No.
Yeah, that's it. But in all seriousness, congratulations, Lemon.
Rigged and bald.
In all seriousness, congratulations, Lemon. Solid, like I said, 21 touchdowns,
Way to go, Lemon.
1,700 yards. Very, very strong season, and definitely was the core piece of the Osaka offense. So,
Once again, touchdowns are king.
yeah, hard to argue with that. So, congratulations. All right, and now we get to the Hall of Fame part, which first off, we have Austin, who I think this is overdue. I think we missed it.
Yeah, it's about fucking time. Yeah.
Because so you're supposed to be automatically inducted after 2 MDMs. Um, I'm not sure if he actually had 2 or if he had 3. I've seen lists that have him winning 3 times, which is not supposed to be possible anymore. Uh, but nevertheless, Austin has been ever since joining. He was head office for most of a year. Casino head, development head, has been one of the core pieces at developing the portal and getting that up to speed. Which I don't know. I think the portal came in S54. Those of you who were here before the portal remember how absolutely god awful updating was. So yeah, the official blurb before I get too off topic. After winning multiple instances of the ISBL MDM award, Austin has been inducted into the User Hall of Fame. A few years have contributed as much to the ISFL as Austin. He is was a long tenured member of HO, on top of being a crucial member of the Portal development team. So yeah, Austin's been everywhere. Just kind of the league's tech support, making everything run behind the scenes. So congratulations, Austin. Very much well deserved User Hall of Fame.
As
Uh,
a relative newcomer here, just knowing what Austin does, how was he not in there sooner?
Overlooked. I think it was one of those things where the Hall of Fame team just kind of assumed he was already in. didn't didn't really think about it too much, but it's a little overdue, but absolutely earned. And then we also have a new inductee to the GM Hall of Fame, Swanky Pants, who has had 2 instances of being a GM, one with Colorado and one for Baltimore. Hall of Fame team had this to say: Swanky is one of the winningest GMs in ISFL history, leading the Baltimore Hawks to 3 championships and winning GM of the Year along the way. I know his Austin stint or his Colorado stint wasn't quite as successful. With Baltimore, he helped build up that team, made it into the absolute dominant force that it's been for 15 seasons now. So definitely well-deserved entry into the GM Hall of Fame.
Stinky Baltimore. But way to go, Swanky.
All right, and I think next we get back to players. Yeah. Animal Blundetto with Oko for S48 and 49 before being traded to Yellowknife for S50 through 57. As MVP, Offensive Player of the Year, top 20 in both rushing touchdowns and rushing yards, several time first team All Pro selection, and core piece of the that S50's Yellowknife team. Didn't quite win didn't quite make it to the title, but dominant in the early S50s, and he was core piece of that. This is what the Hall of Fame team had to say. Animal Blundetto held down the backfield in Orange County and Yellowknife during his storied career. The S55 MVP and S52 Offensive Player of the Year also had 2 first team and 2 second team All Pro selections to his name. So very much a
2
dominant
times
force.
first and second team All Pro.
At running back, that's hard to do. That is a competitive award to win there. So congratulations, Animal Blundetto, for Hall of Fame. Next, Paul Edgecombe, safety for NOLA from S46 to S55. Hall of Fame committee had this to say: Paul Edgecombe was a longtime stalwart in the secondary of the New Orleans second line. He was a two-time Ultimus champion, along with 2 first-team All-Pros, 2 second-team All-Pros, and 5 Pro Bowls. Hall of Fame is adding another worthy member. Also, as you can see, number 9 an all-time kick return touchdown. So it's not a high number, if I recall correctly, but the fact that he made that list at all, he was consistently back there, consistently scoring. Unlike a lot of safeties, like there's a lot of safeties who get into the Hall of Fame on interceptions and pass deflections. Edgecombe got in as a box safety. Number 5 sacks all time, number 6 in forced fumbles. So very much a more of a game wrecker at the line of scrimmage there.
You're gonna return, man.
So congratulations, Paul Edgecombe. And then I believe the last one here, we'll see. Wynn Jenkins spent most of their career with Arizona before briefly jumping over to New York toward the end. Hall of Fame committee had this to say: Wynn Jenkins was a legendary member of the Arizona Outlaws and will go down as one of the franchise's greatest kickers. He won an Ultimus in S53 and won numerous individual awards on top of that. The bar to make Hall of Fame is very high for kickers, but Wynn Jenkins clears it with ease. Congratulations, Wynn. Number 1 in punt average in ISFL history. Number 18 in field goal percent, and I think that largely was because toward the last season or two it dropped. I think Wynn Jenkins was top 5 for most of his career. And yeah, you can see 5 first team All Pros, 2 second teams in. Actually, that's every single season. That's a 7-season career. Every single one made All Pro. So
That's insanity.
very solid career for Wynn Jenkins there. So congratulations, Wynn Jenkins, on the Hall of Fame. And I believe that is it. That is your
GG.
awards for S61. Thank you everyone for tuning in.
We did it.
We did it in an hour and a half.
We
What
sackled
was
our way
that
through
over
it.
under?
Once we settle down and stop making jokes at your wife's expense.
Mhm. Yeah.
But thanks everyone for tuning in. And yeah, see y'all in 3 days for the DSFL draft. Until then, yeah, have a good night.
Bye.
Congratulations went out.